Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bree, and in this video I am recreating the characters from Baywatch. I am doing the characters based off of the 2017 movie version that had Dwayne Johnson, Priyanka Chopra, Zac Efron, and a lot of other people in it. So Baywatch is about this group of elite lifeguards, and so they protect people on this beautiful beach. And so the movie, I watched some of the movie, and it's about this guy who doesn't seem like he would be a lifeguard. He's a little bit, he's not the typical looking lifeguard. So anyway, he comes and tries out to be a lifeguard because there's lifeguard tryouts every year. So he's failed it for the last couple years, and then this year he's going to try it again. And also Zac Efron's character, he's also coming to try out to become a lifeguard, and he actually is a Olympic swimmer. That's his backstory, but he got in a lot of trouble, so they're making him go and be a lifeguard as kind of like punishment. So that's the story of it. And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson character is the character that was David Hasselhoff's character in the show. It's Mitch Buchanan, and so he is the leader of the team. He's the leader of the lifeguards. And so obviously with Dwayne Johnson, I really wanted to focus on the fact that, he has a bald head, and also he's got, his tattoos on him because he is Pacific Islander, so he has the native tattoos on his body. And then, I was trying to do my hardest when I was in the swimsuits, and I was trying to find the actual lifeguard outfit that comes with island living, and I'm like, where in the world is it? I even did cheats, and it just did not work. So anyway, I ended up using some red swimming trunks because that's normally what you think of when you think of lifeguards. So I did make sure I'm going through and just making sure all of his clothes work and changing them up to what I think his character would be like. And of course, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's character is very buff, so the character is very buff. So I tried to make these look a lot like the actors. I think I did pretty well. I was looking at pictures of the actors while I was recording this so I can make sure that I was doing it accurate. And then, so here I am, I'm creating Zac Efron's character named Matt Brody, and like I said, his story is that he's an Olympic swimmer, but he got in a little bit of trouble, so they're sending him to this place to be a lifeguard, and like I said, it's kind of like punishment. And so he comes in, he's all cocky and everything, and he thinks he's just automatically going to become a lifeguard because they're punishing me, so I'm here to become a lifeguard. And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's character gives him a really hard time, and they don't really get along. So yeah, there's a lot of issues, but they do take 2 new recruits, the team does, that year. And so Zac Efron's character and another character we'll see a little bit later, they both make it as the new lifeguards for the new team. So here I am. And so I feel like with Zac Efron's character, you have to make the sim look a lot like him. So I tried to recreate Zac Efron's face, and I thought I did a pretty good job. I think I could look at that sim and be like, oh, I think I know who that is. I think that if somebody told me this was Zac Efron, I'd be like, oh yeah, that looks like Zac Efron. And so, because with the spiky hair and everything. And so for I obviously have to make him muscly too, because it's Zac Efron. He has muscles for days. So I actually did try out a style look for him, and I tried out the smooth sailing look, which comes with the cats and dog pack. But I actually thought that, I was like, wow, this actually looks like something that Zac Efron, I've seen him wear in a movie before. So I thought I did a pretty good job. And so then I'm just checking all of his clothes and making sure they're fine, because usually when I create characters in Create a Sim, I don't actually go and do each of their character outfits. I don't go through all the categories because I'm oh, there's so many categories to choose from. But anyway, here I am choosing his shorts, and actually for his bathing suit, I actually found a red and blue pair, which if you see Baywatch, that's their colors, is red and blue for their specific lifeguard duties and all that stuff. So I thought it was perfect, and it was yeah, so I found it. And anyway, here we are, we're moving on to the next character, and oh my gosh, I forgot what her name is, but she's played by Alexandria Daddario. And she is a female lifeguard on the team, and she's kind of, I felt like her character was kind of standoffish to Zac Efron's character in the beginning. She did not get along with him, and I think it's because Zac Efron's character was trying to be a womanizer, and she was just you know what, I'm not into this, I'm not dealing with this. She's I've worked hard to become a lifeguard. I'm not gonna let you just come in and become a lifeguard and just take all my hard work. But anyway, so here I am working on her face, and she's like, I mean, I haven't seen her in many things. She was in the Percy Jackson movie, and she was in some other films, but she's still, I guess, like a smaller actress. She's definitely not like super A-list or whatever. Her name is Summer Quinn. So yeah, so her character is pretty much that she like does not like, yeah, she doesn't like Zac Efron's character in the beginning, but then I think in the end, I think they fall in love. If that's a spoiler, I'm sorry. This video will be spoiler free, or it's not spoiler free. This will be spoiler filled if you haven't seen Baywatch, and I haven't seen all of Baywatch, so I'm just doing my assumptions based on what I know of lifeguard movies and also romantic comedies. So I did put her in some new makeup, and I used the new MAC makeup, which I know some people aren't the biggest fan of. I think though, if you choose certain color swatches, certain color swatches are better than other color swatches. So I think you just have to like choose which ones you think are better. And also, so, you know, here I am, I'm like going through all the categories to make sure she has the perfect makeup for each category, because also that's why I don't really like going through every single category, because for me, for women, like I take such a long time picking out their makeup, picking out their accessories, everything. For guys, it's just like, you know, really easy, just like, you know, I don't have to do too much stuff there. But for the girls, I want to focus a lot on their outfits and everything, and make sure they got their makeup, and if I want to change their hairdo, it's a lot. But anyway, for the women, for their outfit, I couldn't really find, like I said, I did not know. I was like, I'm trying to find the lifeguard outfit, so I just had to put her in her red one piece that looks like the outfit. And I was like, no, where's the actual lifeguard one? Because the actual, like, a female lifeguard one usually has a zipper down the front, and they have a bathing suit with a zipper down the front. I know they do, but for some reason it was not showing up in my game, even after I used the cheat to get the career unlocked. So I don't know what was going on with that. So if you want to download these characters, feel free to change their bathing suit outfits to be the actual outfits for the lifeguarding career, if you want to. But anyway, the next character I'm creating, her name is Victoria Leeds, and she's played by Priyanka Chopra. And she is actually not a lifeguard. She is, I think her character is kind of like a rich developer type person, so she's trying to develop around that area. I think she's like trying to help build a resort of some kind or something, like near the beach. So obviously there's some conflict between her and some of the lifeguards. So yeah, it's that's the story. That's the story. That's all I really know about her character. I don't know too much about her character. But first I made her an adult, and then I was thinking, I was like, well, no, like Priyanka Chopra is not that old, so I do change her back to a young adult, because in The Sims I always like find it, to me the age ranges are weird, because like a young adult to me in real life is like when you're like in your mid-30s, you're still a young adult, and then like once you're like past your mid-30s, I feel like that's when you become an adult, and then your adult period lasts for like a super long time. It lasts until you're like, to me, like you're like in your mid-60s until your like retirement age. So that's really when elders come in. But anyway, so it's always weird when I'm trying to figure out what's going on with ages and what life stage I should put them in. But for her, since she's a businesswoman, I tried to give her like a more of a business look to her, because she is, you know, this powerful woman. She's got a lot of money, she's very rich, and she just needs this really like sleek look. And I thought this, like, I don't know if I really did a very good look on like whether or not she looks like Priyanka Chopra. I think she sort of does. Like, I was looking at her picture, but maybe I didn't get the face exactly correct. But I really liked the curly hair on her. I thought it was really beautiful. And so I'm just like picking out some outfits. Like, honestly, I don't try too hard on like certain aspects of the outfits, like the sleepwear or the what's it called, athletic wear. Like, I don't really care too much about that. But this party outfit, I loved this jumper. I was like, or not jumper, I guess it's called a romper when it's a shorter version, but I was like, oh my gosh, it's so adorable, so precious, and I really loved the swatch I chose for it. So I chose that. And then for her hot weather, I just chose like something from Island Living, because it reminded me of something that, like, you know, just like if you were living near the beach, you would want to wear that all the time. So obviously, like, the winter clothing is not super important. So, you know, but I was just like making her, because, you know, Priyanka, she has a very good body. So, you know, you have to make sure you get her body proportions right. So the last character I'm creating, this is the character I was telling you about. He's the guy that has tried to auditioned to be a lifeguard like 2 or 3 years, and he failed each of the times. His name is Ronnie Greenbaum, and so he is not really the fittest guy. He is a little on the pudgier side. So I guess like the viewers would think, oh no, this guy cannot be a lifeguard. He's not fit. He doesn't have like a 6-pack or an 8-pack. He does not look like what a lifeguard would look like at all. But surprise, he gets the position of a lifeguard. And his whole like motivation to even be a lifeguard, I think, was because one of the lifeguards that's already on the team she's like this pretty blonde girl, and so he has a crush on her. So he wants to join and be a lifeguard because of that. And so it's kind of like a whole dude thing, the fact that his motivation to even become a lifeguard is because of a pretty girl. So that's his whole motivation. But I'm sure, you know, like I didn't watch all the movie, but I'm sure like maybe he gets a big moment where he saves somebody really, really big or something, and so then she falls in love with him and says, oh wow, like maybe he was perfect to be a lifeguard. Because I think, but she's like really sweet. She's like supposed to be like kind of the opposite of the other lifeguard that's on the team, because the other girl, the brown hair girl, she's like super by the book, very strict, and she was like, no, this guy is not gonna be you can't be a lifeguard. I mean, look at him. And then the blonde girl, she's like really she's kind of I guess they would do the more like aloof, like goofy type girl. You know, she's kind of gullible and stuff like that. So she's like, oh no, like, you know, he'll be fine, he'll do great. Like she's all happy go lucky type thing. And so she like really roots for him. She's like, oh yeah, man, you got this. Like even during I did watch the very beginning of the movie, and one of the scenes in the very beginning of the movie during their audition where they're trying to try out to be lifeguards, he has to get rescued by a lifeguard, and I think she's the one that does it. And I can't remember if like they do mouth to mouth or whatever, because you know that's everything. When you see the hot lifeguard, you're like, oh my gosh, I need to faint so I can get the lifeguard to notice me. But anyway, here we are checking out our final characters that we made. So yeah, they're up in the gallery now, so you can check them out. Our gallery ID is the Sim Twins 14. So yeah, make sure if you want to download them. Anyway, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.